Welcome back to In Ohio Country. Today, we're with one of our fine sponsors, RODOC and Midway Trailers, and joining us right now is Abby Snyder, and Abby is with the southern region, if you will, for RODOC and Midway Trailers. Abby, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
That Thunder Creek product, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, big time saver there. Time is money, really. So you're getting 40 gallons a minute at the nozzle on some of those fuel trailers that we sell, and that's a big thing when it takes you one trip and it only takes you 10 minutes to fill up versus the old-fashioned way. Also, the DEF is even a bigger deal than the fuel, probably. Handling that DEF is very not economical, I guess. 2.5 gallon jugs at a time. You got to open each one up and twist the cap off and then sit there and hold it, So these DEF tanks are a big part of the fuel trailers, a big reason of why people are upgrading to them.
Let's talk about those Wilson livestock trailers now. Now, you talk about a product that has a lot of diversity. These livestock trailers can be customized for the needs of our livestock producers. Let's talk specifically about the ranch hand, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah, we do have a ranch hand here at the show. Wilson actually came out with a slat side model about maybe 4 years ago. So previously they've always been known on the punch side, but introduced this double wall slat side, which is a nice smooth interior. We sell a lot of ranch hands. It's kind of a bread and butter trailer. It's easy. They can build a lot of them. There's not a lot of product options, but at the same time we have more offering of those trailers for that reason. Fully customizable though. Same materials you're going to use in the bigger trailers, so no cutting the corners or anything on the ranch hands. The Foreman is kind of where we upgrade to. You can do whatever option you can dream up. Pretty much, Wilson will say yes to a lot of things as long as it works engineering-wise. If you've got an idea, don't be afraid to run it by us, because even though it's not in the drop-down menu, it's probably something we can accommodate. You can go small, or you can go get a big old double deck up to about 45 foot in length, but fully customizable, like I said. And these Wilson trailers, they're built right at the same factory where you're seeing the big semi-trailers, so same materials, very, very accountable. And they've been doing it for a long time, since the late 1800s, so they know what they're doing. I'm not going to get short on anything there.
Let's talk about those Timpte hoppers, man. Best in the business, obviously, and Timpte, you have that exclusivity with them here in the Buckeye State, right?
Absolutely, yes. Very proud to sell the Timpte hoppers. Again, they've been doing it for a long time, late 1800s, 1883, I believe. So they've mastered the hopper business and what everybody needs and wants and what works and what doesn't. Cost of ownership is the biggest thing we sell on a Timpte hopper. As far as what warranties you're going to get, you're really not going to have issues, but there's some really long-term warranties on those trailers that are going to make that well worth your purchase. We've got 3 years on the general construction of the trailer.
Wow.
We're going to jump up to your lights are 10 years, your wiring harness is 7 years.
Wow.
Electric tarps are standard these days. You get 5 years on your electric tarp motor. And probably the biggest point, which is probably new in the past 3 years, they got lifetime warranty on the door roller bearings.
Wow.
So that's a very significant long-term purchase there, not having to purchase those bearings ever.
Abby, talking about the Timpte trailers, let's talk about the standard specs for the Timpte.
Yeah, I'd say what we would say a standard farm spec trailer these days, size-wise, is going to be a 40-96-66. Or up to a 72-inch side on that 40-footer. Also, the smaller farmers, 34-96-72s are going to hold easily 1,000 bushel of corn. So those are the popular sizes in the farm. There's a few in between that we definitely sell too, but I'd say a white side, stainless rear, a few extra lights on the sides. Electric tarps are standard. We're getting a lot of folks that are opting for the electric over hydraulic doors that Timpte offers now. And it's helping, there's a different generation of guys that want to keep farming right now, and you've got the retired guy helping that extra 10 loads a day. If you don't have to crank those doors 10 more times or roll that tarp 10 more times, it makes him last 4 more hours that night. So you can get to getting when the getting's good, when you need to be out in the field and keep your employees and helpers all happy.
So what are you saying, Abby? Farmers are getting older? What are you saying here?
I'm saying people that like to farm and help farm are getting older because we're all living longer, taking better care of ourselves, and things like this are helping it happen for sure.
That's a good way to back it up there. But you know as well as I do, one of the things that our farmers will do is they need to be productive. They need to be involved in their operation regardless of how old they are. You've seen that firsthand, haven't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. And generational, that's always a big topic of which generation, how you're going to keep the next generation going or the generation after that. So a lot of long-term plans everybody's making, and that's what we're here to help try to understand and help you guys out with.
Abby, if people want more information, why don't you give them that website again?
Absolutely. So Midway Trailers with an S.net would be our Midway location, and our RODOC store is RODOC, that's RODOC.com.
Abby Snyder has been our guest from Midway Trailers and RODOC Sales, Service, and Leasing. Abby, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
RODOC and Midway Trailers are your source for Wilson Livestock Trailers. Reliable, lightweight, and durable, Wilson Livestock Trailers are your best value year after year. With attention to animal and operator safety, Wilson offers biosecurity and features more attuned to the needs and concerns of today's livestock haulers. Remember RODOC and Midway Trailers for sales and service of Wilson Livestock Trailers, with 3 locations to serve you in Delphus, St. Mary's, and Dayton.